What's up, everyone? Welcome to game 40 of Gaia's Just Training Arc. Alright, so we have a game. This guy's been trending downwards. Oh, that's his blitz. His rapid's just about the same as mine. So I was going to study and such so that the series wouldn't be so coin flippy at this MMR range, but for some reason I find it hard to motivate myself to study, so maybe I need to just play and get my ass kicked by some 16 and 1700s, and then I'll get to studying. So yeah, this is the first game since hitting 1500. For those of you who aren't familiar with my climb before, my highest rating was 1565, so 1566 or higher would be a new record for me, and then 1600 would be the first time that I've hit it. So originally we played e6 here before, like a knight move or something, just to prevent his knight from sitting on the square. h4, huh? h6. I briefly considered h5, but his bishop and knight have a very good square here, and if this pawn is no longer stopping it, then it's kind of an awkward spot, hard to prevent. Wow. Okay. h5, so we're just going to tuck the bishop on h7. Bishop d3, huh? So I actually have an idea of just developing my knight to f6. That way if he captures, I could just take with the knight. I mean, capturing light colored bishops also isn't bad, but then he could probably take that with his queen, and he'll have his queen and two knights developed, and I'll have nothing. Except slightly better pawn structure. So we'll do knight f6. So knight e5 does leave d4 hanging. The only question is, do I want to take it or not? I mean, this will be threatened afterwards. And he's got to move it probably right back where it was. In which case I could just put my queen here and briefly improve the position. So queen takes d4. Wasn't there someone in the PogChamps tournament with the name Fenton? Fanton. I'm gonna look it up real quick, just see if I'm versus some streamer. Hold up. It's a bit of an annoying move. So obviously the basic idea is if I take this with my king, then he is going to put this here. My queen's then hanging. So if I take, he takes the queen. So, part of me wants to take this bishop, and then this is kind of actually hanging. So let's do that. Bishop takes d3. Okay, so we took on h8. He might just be better in this scenario. The only way I end up better is if I can snag another pawn, which it does not look like that will be the case. Yeah, maybe that was a poison pawn that I took on d4. I don't see a way out of this. Yeah, that was to be expected. However, we do have another move. I could sneak bishop b4 in. And then if he blocks like this, takes. If he ever blocks with a queen, I take the rook. So eventually he's going to have to do this, in which case I think I go right back. I'm going to try it. Bishop b4. So we see c3. Now, what happens if I just take twice? I think he just blocks with the bishop, and he's fine. Wait. Hold up. I think I see something. I might see something. Okay, so we took with a pawn. Take with queen. Fairly certain he's just going to capture that with the bishop, but we'll see. I mean block with the bishop, sorry. We might have a draw. And this is both a lesson in tactics as well as a lesson in knowing your opening. Because, I mean, this exchange happened on, like, move 8 or something. I shouldn't say exchange, I should say this position be going on that move. Yeah, I think we have ourselves a draw. Yep. Oh. Okay. So he can't recapture with a king, so he has to take with a queen. When he takes that, I'm going to take his rook. It's interesting, alright. So now he has to block with a queen anyway. Yeah. Now I'm up. Two-prong attack. Then I'm obviously looking to castle. He might put his knight here now. But if so, he's going to get checked. Really? Okay. So I win this. So let me see where he moves his king. Because I might be able to get a pawn or something. Excuse me. He's thinking a lot. Wondering if there might be some kind of tactic here. I think I see one idea actually. So if he goes, say, here, for example, then rook can go here, and if he escapes with his knight, that would be checkmate. If he doesn't escape with his knight, then I take his knight. So that was one idea. If he goes here, then I'm going to check him and take the knight. Yeah, so here and here are no-goes. He could go here or here. What happens when he goes here or here? Am I missing something there? If he goes here, what if I did this? Maybe I would just defend like that. Takes, no, because he still takes and he takes one more. So I don't think that would be it. Let's see if there's something else for if he goes one of those two. Excuse me, squares. But I just take the pawn? I don't think so. Maybe I reroute here and then go there, taking his bishop. That's actually very good. Yeah, that might be the move, I think. Because it also prevents this. So let's say he goes here. Boom. He escapes. Go right there. And he might check me, but that just doesn't do anything. So, yeah, I think I get his bishop in that case. And his pawn has to go over here unless he defends with his rook like that. This guy's taking quite a while here. I mean, as a result, we were able to find a better move, but... Okay, so he's just giving us the piece for free, I guess. So like we talked about, I'm just going to go here, and then we're going to take the knight. He goes here, then I can checkmate him. So he's probably going to go here. Okay. So I feel like he may have seen something that I didn't. Because otherwise I would have gone here. Especially after 5 minutes of thinking. Okay. I don't think I'd take that pawn because I'm going to get this. Which I don't think loses, but it's a little bit unpleasant. And again, I am greedy too. Yeah, I'm greedy. I have a check to mix in if he tries anything. Yeah, I think you should have taken the draw. I think my next moves are going to be something along the lines of check, and then putting him on this rank, and maybe put my king here so all my pieces are protected. Yeah, so I kind of thought he would go there. He goes here, 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 here. It's a little funny how he blitzed out all his opening moves and now he's thinking so hard once the position's already kind of lost. I mean, once I figure out how to exchange either the rooks or the knight for the bishop, I mean, this game's going to be very free. He's also down a lot of time. This is another one of those positions where you got to know how to win it, but at the same time, it's just something you could figure out with enough time, which I do have. If he's careful, tactics will never grab his bishop or his rook, so I have to kind of be forceful. I just have to put my pieces together, so he has less squares to move to, and then I have to start pushing pawns. I think is all it comes down to. Right then. Unless his king wants to go for a little nature trail, he'll have to go a few spaces here. It's annoying, but what am I gonna do? Do I just get my pieces involved? It's only one pawn. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. If he takes with a rook, I'm obviously gonna take. This position is a little annoying just because he has his passed pawn, but I don't think it's too scary. You think my B pawn is just going to run for it? So what I currently am thinking of is takes here. He's got to move it somewhere. I go here. If he takes the pawn, okay. He might take with bishop. But he's got to be careful he doesn't get stuck. That's one way to trade off the rooks. Oh, we aren't traded off yet. So he currently doesn't have a way to defend it going here, so I'm going to start my push. Yep, we're going to start my push. So I think this move here might lose it for him because I play this, threatening the rook and the bishop. I don't think he has a way to defend them both. If he pushes the pawn, I could probably just put my rook there and he can't go any further. Or I could just completely ignore it and keep going. Alright, so he chose that move. So as promised, I'm going to attack them both. I'm going to take the bishop. Hold up. Is he actually pulling something off on me? I've been moving too quick. No, because I always have this move. If he moves this pawn, I think I get my king involved then. I can sacrifice both my knight and my rook to take these two pawns out. I think the move he needs to find here is this here. I think I'm okay. Well, props to this guy for fighting to the end. Before I was kind of slandering him, but he's... I don't want to say he's putting something together, but he's very creative. He probably would have beaten an opponent the move quicker than I have. Though he needs to look out for his clock too. Okay. Now where I go here. If he moves his rook here, I need to make sure I take with a rook. I don't take with the knight. If I take with a knight, he just pushes h8. And I'm in trouble. Okay, let's see. King, rook, takes, takes is fine. Hold up. Yeah, because I have check. I'm fine still. Oh. Changes things just a little bit. But I think I'm still fine. Say take, 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 I'm fine. Let's say take, check. Here. You might take this. But now I just have 2 pawns and a knight on him. It's simplified. It is very much simplified. Yep, just gonna cut his king off. That was definitely tough at the end. He had a few ways to trick me. If he checks me here, I just go here. Alright, now it's covering the final square, and I'm free to run my pawn. Okay. He might have thought he'd catch me in a pre-move, but no such luck. Yeah, he's probably gonna run his timeout. Alright, first game at 1500 is a win. Nice. Let's go over it. Oh, I'm not gonna rematch you, bro. Even if I win, it's gonna take me 10 years to get to 1600 against you. So I had no blunders and no mistakes. Or, I'm sorry, 2 mistakes. A lot of inaccuracies. It was up by a good bit at one point. Yeah, let's go over it. So this is a pretty even start. We have this. H6 is what they recommend. That's what I played. Hide there. So here, bishop takes is apparently fine for me. Apparently that is still okay. Wonder if it's because I kind of don't give him any good outposts for his knight. Knight of 6 they say is not bad though. He goes here, knight b to d7. They like, what did I do? I took the pawn. So he took on f7. Bishop takes d3 is very good here, which is what I did. He takes there. Now, they say my best move would be bishop takes b4, check. Oh no, sorry, just bishop b4 check. So they want me to do this first. That's just because it's forced, I believe. Right? Let's see. Knight to e4. That's threatening mate. If he takes, then I just take, and that's also mate. Whatever, so I delay it. Now we do it. So c3, takes. And yeah, they have the score at 0 because it's going to be a draw. Huh, maybe not. Knight e2. Apparently that's even good for white still. So I take that. He takes with queen. That was a mistake, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Now they like c5. I just put my knight in the middle of the board instead. Bishop e3 they like. Yep. Love my knight. Rook goes here, so I castle. Yeah, that was definitely the worst of the options. Now knight goes to c3. And I win a piece. So let's go back. What happens if he goes here? What's the best move? Knight f6. So they like this. I think it's because the rook never gets to this square. Or this square. Yeah, it blocks a few of the crucial squares from the rook. I understand it. No, okay. Anyway. c5. So they'd like me to trap the bishop. Although, wait up. Knight 2 to b4. What? Oh, this one. Sorry. King e4. Knight d5. g6. b6. King b7. Yeah, winning the piece. I get it. I was able to trap it. I just didn't think hard enough. Whatever, from here this was kind of... I don't think I ever slipped up from here. Yeah, from then it was easy. Well, that's a 15-minute game for y'all. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one.